If you're considering going paperless, then this is the Earthworks Hub episode for you. I introduce Curtis from RecordTime. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me here.
No worries, man. So for all the viewers out there wondering what is RecordTime, can you just give us a little bit of a rundown on the company and what you guys do?
Yeah, not a problem. So in a nutshell, RecordTime is a mobile phone app that's been designed primarily for the civil construction industry to help people go paperless. So to remove the tedious tasks of paperwork, dockets, timesheets, and all your other admin tasks, we're helping you go digital and join the 21st century as such.
Yeah. Well, it seems to be the way it's going. Like everything is turning digital now, and everything seems to have an app. So I suppose, it is the best way to go, isn't it?
That's it.
So RecordTime, like, how old is this company? Like, how long has it been around?
So RecordTime is nearly about 10 years old. The first app and first concept was about 10 years ago, and we released to the market about 7 years ago now with a live working product. So it was about 3 years worth of development in the early stages, and then from there we've grown into the comprehensive management system that we are today.
Yeah, so it just keeps evolving, I suppose, as people come back with ideas and that, yeah?
That's exactly right. It's an ever-changing beast from where we started, 7 years ago, to what we can offer today is two completely different things.
Yeah, yeah. And what about yourself? So what do you actually do for RecordTime?
So technically, I'm the business development manager, but that entails a lot of different things. Primarily, it's all around customer support and feedback, liaising with new clients, onboarding, as well as all the business side of things, organising trade shows and what we're doing outside of our four walls.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Very good. So I suppose you get to travel a lot. Do you like travel all around Australia or?
Yeah, we do. We don't. I try and not. These days with technology, what we're doing now over the phone works just as well. But yes, we're on the road every couple of weeks. We attend trade shows all around Australia. One of the not the next trade show we're going to, but very soon we'll be exhibiting again at Diesel Dirt and Turf. So come and say hi at Diesel Dirt Turf Expo if you're going to be there.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. Well, I'll be there too. Yeah. So definitely I'll be coming over to say hi. Now I'm trying to sort of keep it, I suppose, within the Earthworks aspect, because that's obviously what we specialize in, and most of our audience is in that field. I suppose let's go into some of the things that RecordTime can offer people in our industry. So what are the main things that you guys do? Like what does your
So
app offer?
the main component that everyone uses within our system is what we call our docket book manager module, and that's essentially replacing your paper docket books and your pre-starts.
Ah,
Along with your dockets, your day dockets, you can also do timesheets, toolbox talks, incident report forms. Basically, any type of paperwork that you were or are currently filling out with a pen and paper, we can reproduce, replicate that, and go digital.
yeah, that's good. Yeah, good idea, man. Because I notice a lot of sites now have got like little iPads and things, or you just go in and do stuff when you come in, like inductions, and then you do your timesheets with those. So I suppose it's like that sort of concept, yeah.
That's exactly right. Yeah. So we've got about five different modules that we offer, and some of the modules are purely around signing in and signing out. So we got the principal contractors covered with inductions and swims, risk assessments, all that type of form, as well as just replicating the sign-on sheet in the office. So
Mm.
scan in with a QR code, fill out your daily induction. You're able to enter site and do your work safely. So all of that is covered within our system as well.
Oh, cool. So what are these modules? Yeah, maybe can you
So
explain? So what's like
yeah,
go from basic to premium, I suppose,
so
or
yeah, so the modules, they're not basic or premium, it's just all the
right.
different packages or modules that we
Yeah.
offer. So we have the docketing module, which is all your paperwork side of things. We have a scheduling and rostering module, so allocating your employees to jobs so they know where that they're going the next day, the next week, providing location, plans, and all the other information that they need. We've also got an invoicing module, so you can invoice from our system, a plant management, so keeping track of regos, maintenance, and insurances on all your plant machines and equipment. And then we've got the job site manager, which is the signing in and signing out at locations.
Yeah, you got it all covered, man. That's
We
good.
we do. It's a one-stop shop just about. So
Yeah, yeah. No, look, it sounds like it is. And sort of typically, what sort of customers would you have? Like, who would be using this sort of app?
We're, Look, we work with everyone from single user, so a sole contractor, just one lonely worker with a backhoe,
Yeah.
all the way up to large businesses with 200 plus employees. So we cater for all business sizes, tier one, tier two businesses, all that type of thing, right down to the mum and dad operation from their home garage.
Oh, awesome. No, that's good. Good. I'm sure a lot of people's ears would have picked up now. They're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
all right." Because it is. It's a lot better. Like I know I hate paperwork, and a lot of people hate that. And then you lose documents, you lose paper. So yeah, I think something like what you guys offer is really handy. Um, how does it work? Like, is there like a subscription base, or is it like a monthly thing, or how does it work?
Yeah, so it is a subscription. So it's a month to month subscription. So no locking contracts, cancel anytime, although we don't want you to. But it is month to month subscription. And you just pay for the modules that you want. So if you just want to take advantage of the docketing module within RecordTime, that's all you pay for. If you want to then upgrade your subscription to one of the other features or modules down the track, you can do that, upgrade, downgrade at any time. But month to month subscription.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. And is that for anyone? Like, can anyone in Australia buy this? So it can be
Yeah,
anywhere?
correct. Yeah, anywhere in Australia. So we're based out of the ACT, but we have support around the country, as well as international as well. So recently we've got customers over in New Zealand, but we've covered off every state and territory in Australia and now New Zealand as well.
Awesome, man. Going worldwide.
That's it. Maybe not just yet.
Yeah.
One country at a time.
Yeah, slowly. And with so many different phones and different brands now and that, like what equipment does it work on? Like the tablets and stuff.
Yes, it works off all types of phones, tablets, laptops, computers. It is a cutting edge technology,
Yeah.
so we do require an updated phone. So if you've got one of the first iPhones, probably not going to work. So we do rely on a modern smartphone,
Yeah.
smart device. But yes, we work across iPhone or Apple and Android, as well as all the tablets. There is a couple of clauses with the Android side of things, but we are working on that. Some of those, the newer ones, which have got different operating systems, but there is ways around that. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And what about like can you also work on a home computer? Does it work on PCs as well?
That's it. Yeah. So the system works with the mobile phone app for the guys out on the field, and then all the information comes into what we call the back end. So for the admin, they sign into a web browser into the back end of the system, which is the hub for all the information, and then the guys out on site just use the mobile phone app. So we have the two different platforms or user interfaces for the different purpose.
Oh, oh yeah. So that I suppose that means you can have someone that's like an admin that can do certain things, and
Yes.
then someone that's just like a worker outside can only see certain things. Is that right?
That's exactly right. Yeah, so it is all user specific. So that's exactly right. So if you're just a machine operator and you just need to fill out a day docket and a pre-start checklist each day, that's all you need to have access to. But if you're one of the foremen or supervisors, you need incident report forms, toolbox talks, and other documentation, then we can assign that to your account and tailor it per employee.
All right. Yeah. Cool. Cool. That sounds really good. And then what about like to start up? So just say I wanted to start, and just get the first module, for instance. Just say
Yep.
what's the process for someone that wants to start up with you
So,
guys?
so starting up is as easy as jumping on our website, which is recordtime.com.au, and click to get started link up in the top right hand corner, and follow the prompts. We do offer a 30-day free trial, no obligation to continue with us. And once you create your account and set up your profile with a few business details, you'll get a phone call from myself or one of the other support team, and we'll then walk you through and ask any questions to assist in the process of getting started, which that can be adding in additional employees, replicating some of your current paper documentation, or anything else that you have questions about.
Yeah. So you mentioned that you guys call and like offer support. Do you offer like some type of support in case someone gets stuck, like
Yeah,
as they're doing things?
yeah, my phone number is available to every single app user across the
Yeah.
country, as well as our support chat through our website, and a support email address. We've got a team of workers that monitor that for any support or questions that come up.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. And then what about like, so obviously people are going to input heaps of information and that. Is there some type of a backup server or something like, is all the data going to be safe? Can they, safely say it's not going to disappear somewhere?
Yeah, look, so we do everything that we can to possibly protect everyone's data and information. The ever changing world of technology is a scary place for some people.
Yeah.
So at record time, we're doing backups of the entire system every hour. So worst case scenario, we'll lose an hour worth of data or information. But all of our hosting and everything is Australia based, and we keep as much things locally to Australia as we possibly can.
Yeah.
And we do all of those and follow all those steps that we can to keep all of our clients' data as safe as possible.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's good. So yeah, the installation process is easier where you just download the app
Yeah,
and like you
download
said,
the
just
app, create
yeah,
create the account from the website, follow the prompts. You'll get a verification email, fill out the information, download the app. The admin account is then set up, ready to send dockets to schedule there and then. And then you just add your employees through the employee portal section. They download the app, they receive a verification link, all that type of safety processes,
yeah.
and away we go.
Wow. All right, cool. And what about like if like you said, we've got multiple employees, can you offer some type of training or help to those employees, or do you just train? Like,
Yeah, we
how's it
can
work?
both. So all options are available, and we can custom tailor packages depending on the requirements of the business. Tomorrow, I'm going and doing some training in Sydney with one of our new customers that are coming on board. So we'll tailor a package to support them and what they need. A lot of the setup for the employees is download the app, click the plus button, and you're going to follow your nose. So it's not very complicated. We have built the system in mind of a simple interface, and if the employees can't use it, efficiently and easily, it's not going to work. So that's our forefront of how we're trying to develop and maintain our system. That it's a simple but yet comprehensive interface for everyone to use.
Yeah. All right. And what about like, can you make reports? If someone has one, has the app, can they get like reports? Can they print stuff out and
Yeah,
use it?
100%. Yeah, definitely. So we can run reports from basically anything from within our system. So from the docketing module, you can run reports on all your day dockets per client, per site. Using comprehensive tools in our system, you can filter and search for employee dockets just from one employee or one client or one job site or 1 month. And then we create PDF reports or CSV reports that you can then use for invoicing, payroll, and accounts and all the other type of information.
Yeah, no, good. I was just thinking then as well while you were talking so if you're doing dockets and often you have to get the customer to sign, can they
Yep.
sign? Have you got somewhere where they can sign digitally as well?
Of course. So
Yeah,
the whole concept of record time was created because the lonely backhoe operator wasn't getting his paper docket book signed when the foreman had left to go home, go to the pub, wherever they may go.
yeah,
So yes, we have about 3 or 4 different ways that we can capture signatures. One is just digitally on the phone, so hand your phone over like a pen and paper and sign it. And then we have also options to send it to their email address when they're not using the app. If who you're working for has also got our record time app, we can send it in app and a few other ways as well. But that's why we created record time to capture that signature.
yeah. Well, that's what I was going to ask. I probably didn't really. I should have said that at the start, but yeah. How did it actually originate? What prompted the idea?
So that was the idea behind record time, because the guy who came up with the idea is from the industry. He's been a backer operator basically since he was about 18 years old. He's a lot older now, and he got sick of not getting paid. So he needed to come up with a better way to say, well, if the foreman's not here, it's not my job to go and chase him. Technology's come a long way. That surely there's a way that I can send this docket to his phone and get his signature, and that's what we done.
Yeah. No, I think it's actually fabulous. When you put it in that context, we can relate to that because it's happened to all of us in the industry. You can't find the supervisor at the end of the day. He's already knocked off and gone, or he's
Yeah,
gone off to another site,
yeah. Look,
and
they're
then you're
they're busy
stuck.
people.
Yeah.
That's for sure. That's exactly right. So yeah, we've got a couple of different ways that we can track them down. And it's just a matter of getting it set up or having all the different options available to your employees for the job site or the foreman that they're working for at the time.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. That's really, really good. And I suppose you can use the employee dockets and that as their timesheets as well for when you're paying them, isn't it?
Yep, 100%. But also the benefit of RecordTime is you can have as many different dockets or templates in your account. It doesn't cost you any extra. So you can have a day docket, you can have a timesheet, a pre-start checklist, a toolbox talk, incident report form at no extra cost.
Yeah. Who actually, so you just mentioned templates in as well. Who creates the templates? Like, is it the person that purchases it has to do it themselves, or do you do it? How does that work?
Both. So we have, again, tailoring options to suit the clients that we work with. The easiest way to get started is actually to email us a copy of your paper documents or paper dockets that you're using. We'll replicate that for you, keep it as consistent as we can, and we'll put that into your account. That's the best way to get started. That way your employees aren't unfamiliar with the form and with the questions that they're getting asked. It's exactly the same as the paper, and we're here to help set you up and do that implementation for you.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And then I suppose what can you put like the company logos and stuff all on there as well?
Yeah, company logos, and you can make a few little customized changes as well. We do have a few things in the pipeline for the next couple of months where we will be releasing fully customizable PDF views. So at the minute, it looks like our document system, but very soon we'll be releasing the ability for you to customize 100% what the end result of your day docket, pre-start checklist, whatever looks like.
Yeah. All right, that's good. And then what can you make it so that once the employee has got the docket signed, it also sends a copy off to the customer?
Of course, yes. That's basically replicating the old docket book. One copy stays in the book, one goes to the client, one comes to the office. That's exactly the same process. So all the information that's sent from the mobile phone app comes into the back end for the admin, and then the foreman, whoever's signing off, can always get a copy through again, multiple different scenarios. But yes, that's exactly how it works.
All right. Cool. And you were saying about the like toolbox talks and that came up before. So what you can actually set up like toolbox talks
Yep.
on the form or something?
Toolbox, that's exactly right. Yeah. So you can have toolbox talk, site inductions, audits, site reports, you name it. With our system, with our template building setup, you can create as many different types of forms. You can call them what you want. We have a few companies that have got over 100 different forms set up within their account. Obviously, they're not using them every day,
Yeah.
but they are, incident report forms and all that sort of stuff you don't want to be using. But if you need it, the guys have got access to it.
Yeah. So you can have it set up so that if I'm out on the floor or whatever, out in the on site, I can say, oh, there's been an incident. I can click on the incident form, fill it
Yep.
in, and that'll get shoot through to the admin.
Through to the
And
admins, through to the manager. So with high urgency reports or forms like that, we can definitely flag them, and we can also send them via email and alert relevant people pretty quickly. So yeah, all those time sensitive forms, we definitely have got additional features around alerting the required people. That's also included with pre-starts. If you're doing a pre-start on a machine and you do identify a fault, that can get sent straight to a mechanic or to the service technician to make sure that they are on top of it. And then you either get told yes, that's safe to operate the machine, or no, turn that off until we get that issue addressed.
yeah, that would be good on I suppose like big mining sites and civil companies where they've got multiple machines and mechanics on site. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. No, good. Sounds very handy. Um, what about, so you mentioned as well, I think we mentioned this about maintenance and stuff for machinery. So can you like use this software to say, I suppose to alert you when something's due for maintenance or to maintain or to record, when things are being maintained and stuff?
Yeah, definitely. So one of our newest modules, which was re-released late last year, is what we call the plant management module. Again, you want it, pay for it. If you don't, that's okay as well.
Yeah.
And with this module, basically, we allow you to add all of your plant equipment, utes, vehicles, trucks, whatever you want to track into the system. We can record, registration and rego numbers. We can record when you purchase the vehicle. Obviously, serial numbers, engine numbers, all that type of stuff as well. And then you can add in all of your maintenance or your servicing. So you can say, for this particular, ute, for example, everyone's got utes. I want to change the tyres at 100,000 kilometres.
Yeah.
When your staff members are doing a pre-start on that vehicle and they're updating how many kilometres are on that, we then send you an alert when we're getting close to that 100,000 kilometre mark to say, hey, you need to change the tyres.
Yeah, so that's, I was going to ask you, how does it monitor the kilometers, but you just answered it. Yeah, no, good.
Yeah, so all through the pre-start. So, it helps, keep your machines up to date with servicing through the pre-start, maintenance, and then obviously any issues that do come up, being in the industry yourself, things happen on a day-to-day basis. So making sure that we're on top of that, flagging the right people. But yeah, it's all controlled through a pre-start on the mobile phone app.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so handy, man. Having all that stuff on one platform would be so handy. So you can look at all your vehicles. So I imagine it'd show like all the vehicles, what's outstanding, if anything needs to be done.
Yep.
You can do little reports if you want to see what needs a service.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You can
yeah.
see also what machines are being used. So if you run a fleet of 30, 40 machines, you can see what vehicles or what plant are actually on used on site through the use of a pre-start, or making sure you guys are doing a pre-start. So there's lots of little intricacies that we've set up in and around what's being used, what's happening on site, and providing just the information to the office so we know what's going on.
Yeah. Go, very, very, very interesting. So what were the modules again? Just run us past so was there what were they?
So docketing, so the docket book manager module, the scheduling module, plant management, invoicing, and job site manager.
All right. So with the scheduling, tell us maybe a little bit more about that one as well.
So scheduling is basically, it's a bit of schedule, it's calendar, it's roster. It's providing your employees with information through our mobile phone app of their jobs for the next day, for the next week. So you can provide them information of GPS location, the site contact, the foreman's name, but you can also attach plans, SWIMS risk assessments. So the guys have got it on their mobile phone when they need to have all that information. Obviously, then things happen. Weather is a big factor in the civil construction industry. You can make changes from the back end and shuffle all the jobs around. The employees look at their mobile phone app. They get the notifications, reminders, all that sort of stuff. They know where they're working tomorrow or who they're working with. Attach the plan specifications, whatever else they might need, or from the palm of their hand with their mobile phone app.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, this is very, very interesting. I've always wondered whether there's a system that can do all this. So I think we've found it.
We're there. We're there.
We're there, man. We're there. So we'll go through all of them then.
Yep.
So we just went through scheduling.
Yep.
Dockets we probably covered a little bit, I suppose.
Yep.
What was the next one that you said before?
So plant management, which again we've covered off before. That's all, and that includes, like I said, your vehicles, your trucks, your plant. We've got people who are also tracking, jackhammers, rock hammers, and all that sort of stuff. That does need servicing. They want to maintain their equipment, so we can add that type of stuff in there as well.
Yeah.
Invoicing was the next one. So basically, the invoicing system works like every other invoicing system. You create a docket, you capture a client signature, we put your rates against your hours. We consolidate all that information at the end of the day, end of the week, end of the month, put all that information into an invoice, and then we send that to the client. The benefit of RecordTime is when you send an invoice, we actually attach all the dockets as well to that invoice. So there's no more questioning what you're actually invoicing. Here's a total of $10,000 for 10 days worth of work and $1,000 each. All the information's there that they need to pay that invoice.
Yeah, that's really handy because I used to always send my dockets with invoices. I used to scan it or try and take a photo of it and include it. And then, like it was used to be.
Your file size starts to get too large as well.
Yeah.
If you're sending 20, 30 pieces of paper that you've scanned in, trying to send that in an email is very difficult as well. So with RecordTime, it can be sent as a web link. So you're not worrying about your email file size being too large as well.
That's good. That is really, really good. With the invoicing, so what do you do? So we can you can set up your existing customers on in the system, and then you can invoice it to those customers. Is that right? Like, is that how you set it up?
That's exactly right. Yeah. So whoever you're sending the dockets to sign off on your day works and your day rates, they're the people that we invoice. So we set up your clients and your customers in there as well.
Yeah. No, good. Very, very good. And then we did, what was after the invoicing? There was something else we said.
Job site manager was the last main one.
Tell us about that one. Yeah.
So job site manager is used to sign in and sign out your own employees, subcontractors, or visitors to a job site. So using a geofenced QR code upon arriving at a job site, provided that the employee or the subcontractor is within the geofence radius, they're able to scan that QR code either using our mobile phone app or just a camera on their device, and then they can sign in to the job site. Upon signing in, they can also fill out a daily induction, a toolbox talk, or a site brief as a part of their induction or entry into site. And then at the end of the day, once their work's done, they want to go home, scan the QR code again, sign out, and then we get a report of who was on site for how long and that they've signed in and signed out and gone home safely.
Yeah, I've noticed more and more sites are moving to that. Like you get in the lunchroom, they've got a QR code and stuff. So yeah, they're all starting to go to that.
That's exactly right. So yeah, with RecordTime, we can hopefully cover off all the different situations. And there's a lot of businesses out there that they might just contract to one of the tier one guys for a couple of months, but then they might win their own project, and then they need to add that in for the period of time or the duration of that project. We've got all that covered. Once that project's complete, turn off that module, close that down, and go back to your original subscription.
Yeah, and like you said, yeah, there's no lock-ins, so you can just change it whenever you
That's
want. Yeah,
exactly
I
right.
like it. That's good. Very, very good. And now I suppose, yeah, with that job site manager, it sort of goes back to what we said. So I can, if I'm the business owner and I want to, or the supervisor or whatever, and I want to put a toolbox talk in for today, so I
Yep.
can create the toolbox talk and then forward it, and it will go to all the people. Whoever
When
comes on that site will see. Will
that's
see it.
that's
Yeah.
exactly right. Yeah, correct. So you just update it for the day. You say this is the toolbox talk for today. We've got a crane on site, or there's open trenches here or there, or whatever the case may be. Um, Fill that all in, get the guys to acknowledge it, sign off on it, and then upon signing in, you also receive everyone's toolbox talk there and then.
Yeah. Oh, good, good. All right. Uh, what is there any sort of like limitations or things like what can you think of? Anything like that?
Look, nothing is really a limitation. We always will provide support and workarounds for our customers. Look, internet signal, being a mobile phone app and a mobile platform, is probably one. However, we do have a workaround. Our mobile phone app works completely offline. So, provided you've downloaded the relevant forms and information, you can still get access to the forms, complete your day docket, your timesheet offline with no signal at all. And then when you come back into signal at the end of the day, hit send, and that information then gets uploaded. So, look, internet is a restriction, but there's definitely things in place to negate that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think more. I mean, you'd think that with technology and all that nowadays, we wouldn't have reception problems, but there is. Yeah, there's a lot
Oh,
of places I go to, and
that's exactly right. There's even just going in between suburbs. Sometimes there's black spots, but
yeah,
our clientele works in some pretty remote areas, so we need to be able to support them in every location that they want to work.
yeah, yeah. And so I know you mentioned that there's a couple of things in the works with you
Mhm.
guys. How do you see the future of Earthworks and like how in relation to what you guys do? What do you think?
Look, we're just excited to be a part of it, I suppose. We've got our own plans for development, in accordance with what I said before, customizable, views of the dockets. We're also going to be enhancing our inductions and onboarding of your employees. So as a part of onboarding a new employee, they can upload all of their white cards, their asbestos cards, silica, and all their requirements as well. So there's a lot of development in the cards, but we focus on what our customers are looking for. So if our customers are asking for something, then that's going to be prioritized and enhanced into RecordTime. Because without our customers, our current customers and future ones, we don't have a business. So supporting them is a priority. There's lots of free versions out there, and they're probably one of our biggest competitors because people go, "Oh, there's a free version that I can send a day docket." Okay, that's great, but what if you want to do a pre-start? What if you need to do an incident report form, or what if you have more than three employees? There's so many other requirements or roadblocks with those free systems, but a lot of people go, "Well, it's free, great, go for it.
Yeah,
I'll support you with it." But we get people coming back to us 3 months, 6 months down the track going, "Oh, I tried something else, but it was no good."
yeah,
On their hands and knees crawling back to us sort of thing. And we go, "Yeah, that's fine.
yeah,
That's good. I'm glad you've tried, seeing what else is out there. Because look, there are other good systems out there.
Yeah.
A lot of them are very comprehensive, but also quite expensive.
Yeah.
Um, we're sort of in that sweet spot that we're not too expensive, but we've got everything that people need. So
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah. No, good. That's good. There's a lot of free ones around, but like you say, yeah, they are limited, and obviously they try and get you in, and then you got to try and then if you want this, you got to pay, start
Yeah, you got
paying,
to.
and then
That's exactly right. And
yeah,
so our subscription system for the docketing module starts at $35 per month for a single user, and then goes up from there. So just over $1 a day for a single operator to use our docketing module.
yeah, yeah. Which is really, when you think about it in the scheme of things, not that much.
It's nothing. Even if we got lots of a sweet spot for some reasons about the 10 employee mark, and it's $135 for the docketing module for the
Yeah,
month. So by the time you look at buying 10 different guys docket books that only last for 100 pages and all the rest, the cost has already covered itself just with the daily dockets.
yeah,
Then all the other benefits, like I said, pre-starts, toolbox talks, incident reports, audits, whatever. It's a
yeah.
no-brainer sometimes.
Well, even like you say, if you've got 10 operators, you're chasing those books, and they've lost papers, or they've lost the book, or they
Yeah,
forget to bring it in, and they say, "Oh, I'll bring it to you next week," and then you never
next
see
week
that book. Yeah,
next week never comes. That's
yeah,
exactly right. Yeah, so we've been speaking to people, and one of the admin people's roles is to drive around to site and collect the paper dockets. So they're spending fuel, their time, just to go chase the paperwork that we can get straight away.
yeah. Yeah, you don't have that docker book behind the seat somewhere in the machine that they've forgotten about,
Yeah,
or
yeah, or
yeah,
like you said, and even the legibility of people's writing.
yeah,
Unfortunately, people's writing isn't neat. Then it's been torn up and crumpled and squashed and all the rest. The
yeah,
admin person might not actually be able to understand what you were writing.
yeah.
So
And then they're chasing them up. So, what was that thing you wrote?
what
What does
was
this
that?
say? Is that a
Yeah,
5 or is that a 3? What is
yeah,
that? Yeah,
exactly right. Yeah, so we
yeah,
fix all of that, and even within the dockets, we have what we call pre-fillers. Again, it's just so much detail, but that's all right.
yeah,
So you just select from a drop-down menu. Who's your client? What's your plan that you're in? Rather than having to type, because there is spelling mistakes that people make,
yeah,
then being able to find that information at the end of the month is crucial. So having pre-filled options for people to select rather than having to type does also save
yeah.
time.
Well, as we've seen, yeah, even with anything nowadays, even competitions, like I was saying last time, you run a competition, and if you ask people to type something,
Yep,
they don't enter the comp because they
that's
can't be bothered.
that's exactly right.
They just want to
So
select things, and that's it.
that's exactly right. Yeah. So
Yeah,
look, we can even, not that we do competitions, but even
yeah,
with our system, we can actually also ask for like customer feedback or client feedback. So using what we call a shareable link, you can send a web link or a QR code, and then anybody who doesn't even use our app can fill out the information that you're wanting to know and send that back to you. So onboarding of new employees, or like I said, client feedback forms, we can also help with that type of thing as well. So
yeah,
the list is endless.
yeah,
If it's a piece of paper, we can replicate it.
yeah. No, that's good. That's really good to know, man. It sounds like it's a very interesting like, what do you call it? Not a device, just an interesting.
It's so, yeah, so we call it a digital management system. So
That's the one.
it
That's the one.
used to be called just a paperless docketing system,
Yeah,
but with the introduction of the scheduling module, invoicing, plant management, employee management as well, it is a digital management system for your business.
yeah. All right. Okay. And then, yeah, so now if just say, the listeners are obviously happy, they want to know a little bit more information, what is the best way to get in touch with Record Time?
So two main ways: jump on our website and either click the contact us, which will provide our email address, phone number. We've also got a demo request link as well, so you can request a demo. Where again we'll contact you, set up a time that works, and we'll run through our entire platform or just portions of the platform that you're looking for. My number is also available on the website for any phone calls.
Oh, very Very good. All right. And what about, so I know I've asked a lot of questions and that maybe I've missed something, I don't know, but is there anything that you want to add? Is there something I haven't really covered that you really want to talk about?
No, look, I think that's our system in a nutshell. We do have lots of other little, intricacy features and enhancements around, the docketing side of things, around scheduling. There's a whole lot more to the system. And if we need to speak to some of the listeners about that, we're more than happy to and go in detail. But the easiest thing is, if you are looking to jump onto record time, to start off nice and simple, and don't overcomplicate the process. Going digital isn't scary.
Yeah.
Like you said at the start, it's the way of the future. Everything we're doing, COVID was a terrible thing for the world, but it did introduce QR codes. It did introduce people to online, and I think unfortunately that's what we're stuck with. So look, we're here to help and support that, and like I said, do it step by step, module by module, and we'll walk you through the way.
Yeah. No, that's true. That is true. That's well said. I think the other good thing is that you do have that free trial. So if people are keen to just even have a bit of a play first, see what they think, they've got that option.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right. Yeah. So 30-day free trial, you get access to the entire system. We don't restrict what you can see and look at and trial. You can add in as many employees as well for that trial period. Obviously, we'll encourage you or want you to continue your subscription with us.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, 30-day free trial, no obligation to continue.
Yeah. And it sounds like everything's a little bit sort of customizable. Yeah, you can sort of adjust things.
Everything's customizable. We have too many different customers that operate their business different ways. There might be two businesses that were found that operate the same way, but everyone calls it something slightly different. Everyone's got different ways of doing things, different orders. We'll support you through all of that.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And you guys are obviously on socials and that as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
So what, Instagram?
we got social, Facebook, Instagram are the main ones. A little bit of LinkedIn, but I don't do too much on there. But yeah, Facebook, Instagram, definitely on there, and our website is where you'll find all the information.
All right. Excellent. Excellent. All right. And for all the listeners, if you have questions that I haven't asked, or if you've heard something interesting and you want to know more, feel free to send me a message, and then I'll obviously talk to Curtis and we'll work out to answer those questions. Or you can get in touch with Curtis directly through RecordTime. I'll put all the details in the description for the video. And you can also find them on our website, www.earthworkshub.com.au. So all their details are on there. You can click on and it'll take you to the link. That's it. I think it's definitely pricked my ears up, and I really think we're all heading in that direction. So we're going to have to do this eventually and make life easier. So I think if you haven't explored this option, going paperless is probably RecordTime can help you do that.
Definitely here to help.
That's it. No, Curtis, I appreciate you coming on. Thanks for your time. Thanks for the information.
Thank you.
And that's it. And then to all the listeners, go and follow Earthworks Hub on all the social platforms. So you've got TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, YouTube. I don't know, I might miss some here. Apple, the whole bunch. So all the social platforms, we're everywhere. Follow, share the shit out of it, subscribe, like all the stuff. And yeah, any suggestions or any questions, send me a message and I'll get back to you. Okay, and I'll let you guys go. Thank you very much, Curtis.
Thank you. Have a good day.
See you guys. Take care.